So if you saw my last video, you would know that I have 2 cats. My next project is going to be a multi-part project in where I build a Catio. And this one I'm dubbed it Catio 2.0. A Catio is a cat enclosure or an outdoor space in which cats have access to the outside. My yard is surrounded by a creek and wildlife, so there ends up being a lot of coyotes. If my cats were outdoor cats, they would be gone probably in a year or 2. Eventually a coyote would get them. Also, I have found out how cats can really end up kind of harming your ecosystem around you because they end up just basically killing wildlife for no reason at all. Here's a story. When I had Catio 1.0, I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning or so and get out of bed and start getting dressed. And my cat, Cosmo, the black one, would be able to see me from the window from outside in the Catio, and he's like an old man. He was waiting out there until I woke up. So he loves being outside, but he will die and kill if I let him outside. So this is my solution. So I'm gonna be putting the Catio right there. I designed the Catio on SketchUp. Use their web free version. It is awesome. You don't need to pay for anything, and you can download all the plans in PDF forms and stuff like that. But I designed the whole thing, and then I took all the measurements and I brought them to a website. I will put the website in the description down below. He called it a cut list. Great website. Basically, you put down all the measurements of the wood that you have, or like all the measurements that you need to cut. And it will take all those and see what wood, you'll type in what wood you have available, whether it's a 10 foot or 12 foot or 8 foot or whatever. And it will take those and say, out of these measurements that you gave me, this is the least amount of wood you need to buy. And it will tell you how you need to cut it. It will account for the width of the blade and everything. So let's get started on this build. So my plan right now is actually to address the door for the patio, that is, or the Catio. I have everything spaced out so that it goes from smallest to biggest, and I have numbers of each length on it. So when I am actually taking my measurement, all I have to do is figure out, okay, well, this is 2.4 inches. 2 feet 4 inches, so it's 28 inches. And I just come here and start going down, and then 28 inches right there. And then I grab that piece and I grab everything else that is needed for that door, and I start piecing it together. I finalize it, put the door aside, and then I'll move on to a wall, and then another wall, and then sooner or later all the walls will be done. I just have to attach them together. So let's get on this. It is getting windy, the sun is going down, it's winter time, so the sun goes down at like 5, it sucks. Let's try and get this done. If not today, hopefully tomorrow. just messed up. Let me show you. So, you see, I just put all 4 of those on. Then, I was reading that, after I realized that little piece wouldn't fit, these go from the corner to the middle in a diagonal way like that, and those go there and there. So let me go take those apart and then I will do that again. So what I am doing now is building the side where the door will go. I will be measuring from here to whatever distance I need to go to screw this one in. And same there. And then I will put the sides on. That will be the opening and the side of this enclosure that goes right here for that door. Once that's done, I will put it aside. Then I will work on maybe the back, the other side, the front, and then I'm going to do the top. I am making this gap here for later on. It's part of the plans. I'm going to have a board fit right in there. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking an offcut, I'm lining it up in there so it's flush. That way, when I am all done, it will just line straight up. Okay, so I over-engineered this. If you look down this, it's crooked. Whoop. If I were to do this again in the design, I would have made this piece one long piece for 2 reasons. I don't need to use this kind of screw method. Instead, I would have had one piece that's screwed in here, 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 and here. And that would have saved a lot of time. Those I couldn't have done much with, but the top side, whew, I messed that engineering up. So in the future, I would have handled that differently. So, let me show you something that I didn't plan for because it wasn't actually installed yet. So this right here wasn't installed. This was added on later. And so I need to cut out a piece there. So my plan is put this in right somewhere and then screw it in and then cut here and here. There should be enough room. On these plans, I designed it in a way that it tucks into this really awkward space. And let me kind of show you what you can see, let me pull this out. If you can see, there's this space right here. And it goes all the way. And then I also have this gutter. I wanted it to come from about here to about here. So the cats and the dog can come out of the dog door and come into this area. I had to work around the gutter and now this piece right here. And also the way the house steps a little bit. So I made this one a little longer than this one so it tucks in there. Like that. I think I'll be good because I'm going to put some wood on top of all this. I'm going to put some wood on top of all this and screw it in here and here, here and here. So it'll be good, but should have been paying attention a little bit. Higher than this. See that? I might have to take that jigsaw and just cut across here. That line is so epic, isn't it?
Beautiful.
I think I'm gonna cut that off a little bit.
That is the straightest
Well, it was
line.
like starting to going this way, so I started bringing it up, and it's like curved quick, and then.
Whoa! Whoa! Watch out, Reno! Oh my God, it's a roof.
It doesn't look too bad, does it?
No. I think it looks good.
Oh. I am hitting this against the pullback there, so it's preventing me from going all the way back. So I have to put another one of these on here and then cut that.
Well, that sucks. Reno, come here, buddy. Come here, Reno. You're not gonna move, huh?
This is the right size. So all I'm gonna do is unscrew this and move it down the width of this board, and I have plenty of straps to use as a marker. It was a lot more of a hassle than I thought it would be, but I got it in. One of these days coming up, I'm going to put the roof on and shingles and stuff like that, but right now, let me just show you where we're at. Sun's going down, so there's nice shadows, but basically this is gonna be where the litter box goes. And I'm gonna put a lid on it that I lift up to access the litter box, so I could do it all from the outside. There, it will be another option for me to go through door right here if I need to. But I'm gonna make this limited because the whole point of everything here, of all of this, is for the cats to have some vertical space. So I'm gonna put shelving all the way up to here and stuff. It's gonna be very cramped for me, but lower down, I will allow my dog to be able to kind of get a 360 view of the yard and stuff like that. So yeah, it looks good. That's where I'm going to leave you for today. I will probably have a part 2 of this series, maybe even 3 parts. It depends on the rest, but it's looking good. It's looking really good, and I'm going to have to figure out some things. So, but it's looking good. It's looking really good. Oh. So this is why you don't ever do math, kids. 15 3/8, but if you measure it, oh, look at that. It's actually 13 3/8. That's what I'm looking for. So I thought I'd get away with it. No, I'll probably have to cut a new piece and then drill it. You're helping.
Okay, I just recorded like halfway through, so that would be kind of an interesting clip.